That's pretty damn good. Now he proved what we already thought. We just didn't see him against the best opposition near his weight class. See, that's the thing people don't understand. This is what I like about Bud. Yeah. He reminds me of Roy. We ain't got to have the best opposition in our weight class. We want to be.
Terence Crawford has become a beast in training, and even Roy Jones Jr. has just voiced his shock. Crawford has been wild, especially since the press meeting was over. While many thought he was intimidated by Canelo's confidence, Terence Crawford made it fuel his drive even more, and he's been showing it more in the training camp, with his trainers specifically demanding more from him in the gym. Talking about his training in an interview, Roy Jones Jr. said, "Canelo has clear benefits over Crawford, but Crawford's coming with so much confidence, and he's training like it. I saw some clips the other day, and this guy now hits harder than ever. His form and speed make him look like it's still 147.
How does that go down? Just break it down for us a little bit. We want to see it obviously happen.
I ain't gonna break it down to you. You know what I mean? How
it's
it's gonna happen. The strategy is me leaving with my hand, rolls, and everybody mouth dropping. That's how I can, sums it up and a little bit of.
Terence Crawford means business for the Canelo fight, and he's shown it with the crazy training footage that's got fans and boxing professionals talking. Crawford has gotten the right weight, right methods, and right skills to fight Canelo Alvarez. All that's left is to see how he copes in the ring on fight night. Crawford has released some of the shadow boxing headed in the ring. The American let his hands go, showing off his variety of skills, including a crisp jab and some sharp combinations noticeably in the video. Crawford's physique looked bulkier, a clear sign he is already in the process of making the fighting weight, and the boxing fraternity has been left with varying views on his current condition. One wrote, "Sharp as hell, he went up in weight, gained more power, and maintained his speed." Another agreed, "He's looking good. It looks like he's going to try and outbox Canelo. He can certainly win the fight that way." One even added, "Crawford looks super sharp and smooth as usual. He's going to get the win. Canelo is slower." Others weren't so convinced, with some saying, "He looks to have lost his speed. He looks slower." This could be bad, a user agreed, adding, "Looks slow and old. Nearly 40, Canelo will retire him," and a final fan concluded, "I'm not counting him out, but he looks slow in this class." It remains to be seen just how Crawford will look come fight night. The American fought at his natural limit of 147 pounds for several years, but is already a 4-weight world champion. But victory over Alvarez could cement his name as a true great, and he has already entered camp with 3 months until the career-defining night. But he has shown he is capable of overcoming challenges, including in his tough world title victory on points over Madrimov last year. Alvarez holds natural size advantages over his rival and will be an expected favorite come fight night. But he just struggled in his last outing, unable to break down Williams' skull despite becoming undisputed champion again in May. Crawford knows victory will be the best of his time, the professional ranks, and the biggest statement imaginable, and he believes there are some of his own advantages that will help him beat the Mexican man. We're going to see come fight time what my advantage is, he said. I'm the type of guy who likes to feel my fighters out and adjust to what they're doing. I think that's my greatest attribute, to be able to figure out every opponent I've faced thus far. I'm looking to do the same come fight time. When the Canelo fight happens, I'm going to feel great at 168 pounds. I don't need to worry about the weight. I know I'm going to feel great to wait. Undisputed champion Terence Crawford faces the biggest test of his career as he gears up to take on two-time undisputed super middleweight king Canelo Alvarez on September 13th in Las Vegas. The greatest mind game he's played in the preparation for Canelo has been the denial of him actually training for the fight. In a recently released Ring magazine video featuring Dana White, Tom Brady, Shaquille O'Neal, Canelo, and Crawford himself were the themes. The topic of training came up when Brady asked Crawford how hard he was working. The answer was unexpected: "I'm not training hard. I'm not even training, really." He stated that he was avoiding early burnout. "When I go to the gym, I give it my all. I don't want to be overtrained. I want to save it all for the fight."
But right now, I'm not training hard. I'm not even training, really. I don't want to overtrain because me personally, when I go in the gym, I give my all. And I don't want to burn myself out.
While surprising, Crawford's method may be more calculated than careless. He cited strength work and recovery over constant high-intensity sessions. His approach stands in contrast to fighters like George Kambosos Jr., who was hospitalized for exhaustion just before a scheduled fight. Overtraining is real, and Crawford seems eager not to fall into that trap. However, there's important context behind his comments. The video clip was actually shot before Canelo's May 3rd fight against Williams' skull, suggesting Crawford's lighter training phase was likely months ago. Since then, signs suggest a clear ramp-up in intensity. Last week, Crawford arrived in Riyadh for a press meeting and was seen training at the Mike Tyson gym.
I ain't scared of shit, and you're gonna find that out. And as you see, the last press conference,
we'll see.
when I walked you down, when you were supposed to be the bigger man.
Yeah, hey, you say that because you're fighting with nobody, and you obviously look like you're a great fighter. But you find out September 13th, this is gonna be different for you.
And it's gonna be different from you as well.
Question for Canelo.
The last fighters that you fought.
In a video shared by Ring magazine, he completed a full workout including shadow boxing, heavy bag drills, jump rope, and core exercises. The visit suggested that training is now in full swing, with Crawford looking sharp and focused. Interestingly, Crawford has not asked for catchweight clauses, rehydration limits, or even a rematch option. "I want him at his best," he said of Alvarez, confident in his training and skills. Crawford is leaving no room for mistakes, win or loss, as the bout draws near.
On my level, and
I fought everybody.
The last fighters you fought since
Everybody.
2002.
Mention me one. You
Since
mention me
2002.
one elite fighter. Just one.
You.
Oh, me.
No,
It's gonna be me.
I don't
And
care
you
about
will-
nobody else.
And you will see that.
You. So when I beat you, is you gonna be a nobody? When I stump a mud hole in your ass, is you gonna be a nobody? You're gonna be just like everybody else. Watch. Watch. Same shit that everybody else been saying since I moved to one.
Questions remain about whether this approach will give him an edge or leave him unprepared. One thing is certain, Terence Crawford is betting that patience and precision will take him to greatness. The big fight between the undefeated Terence "Bud" Crawford and Mexican Canelo Alvarez, scheduled for September 13th in Las Vegas, will not only capture the attention of the boxing world because of its magnitude, but also because of growing speculation about Crawford's future beyond this historic bout. Authoritative voices within his circle, including an influential member of the Mayweather dynasty, say that a victory over Canelo could mean the end point of a career.
Your answer right there.
Hi, Terence. What do you think about the
Well, I wouldn't say I'm chasing Canelo. You know, I think that's a broad statement. I just want the opportunity, you know, to fight the best fighter in my generation that's out there. You know, he's the most accomplished fighter in today's sport of boxing, other than myself. And I would just, you know...
With White Alshick and traditional producers like De La Hoya and Hearn clashing, boxing's power structure is in flux. What are your thoughts on the fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford? Do you think Terence "Bud" Crawford is really not taking his training seriously, or is he just playing mind games with Canelo Alvarez? Do you think these boxing pros are right for picking Crawford over Canelo Alvarez? Let us know your thoughts on all of these in the comment part. And that's all for now. For the very best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay linked with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to turn on notifications to get notified when we drop quality content like this. Until next time.